Real 111T here, guys. So this is kind of a short video. I always say that. This video is basically going to be about an issue that I had with a Primus Ergopump. And, want to discuss kind of failure points. Any of these stoves that have an external fuel bottle and a hose and a pump have more failure points than, the older style, like a 123 or a 111 or Primus 41. They have a lot more like little interlocking parts. There's generally a lot more O-rings, and I had a failure of a Primus Ergopump here, which I had not seen before. I got on YouTube and I found a gentleman who had a similar issue. Then I got on Classic Camp Stoves, asked them if anyone there had ever heard of this issue, and I didn't get a lot of response. So that's kind of good and bad. I'm not sure whether this is a manufacturing defect with mine or what, but let me just show you. Here's a bunch of Ergopumps. Here's the one I was having an issue with. It was leaking, and it was leaking. Let me show you here. Get these up close. Is that in focus? There we go. You see where the pump plunger goes in, how on this one you get about 1/8 of an inch of that like kind of knurled cover, and on this one it's much less. It's almost like a 1/16 on this one. Well, where it was leaking is this place where the tube is joined with the plastic part. It was leaking through there, and fuel was coming out around the tube. And it hadn't occurred to me as that being a failure point. The only thing people were saying online that they had heard of with these is this little, where this mates up right here, could be leaking, okay, if it wasn't sealed tight. And then it would leak fuel into the tube. But I haven't had an issue with that. But this one was giving me some issues. So, I thought about doing the repair. You can tell the older ones, by the way, with the hang on. The older ones here have the black trim, and the newer ones have the red. So this is a newer one, and I really don't know. I don't think I've used this one very much. So I thought, well, maybe I'll do the repair. The guy showed how to take it apart with a vise and where to epoxy it and such. And I thought about doing that, and I contacted Primus on Facebook, actually. And they got back to me the next day, and then they took my address and my email address, and I got a shipping confirmation the next day. And within, it was less than a week, I found this sitting on my doorstep. So that's a good win for Primus. We got a brand new item here, which, it's a $40 to $50 item. So yeah, I'll keep an eye on it. Hopefully that doesn't happen anymore in the future. So just a heads up there, guys. Always, if you're about to go out on a trip, or even just to have a hot cup of tea somewhere, double check your equipment before you leave, okay, if you haven't used it recently. So that's basically the advice. And then if you do have an issue, contact someone, and maybe they'll take care of you. So thanks for watching.